Hey guys, so now we're going to talk about emotion. So, first we have different components of emotion. So, we have our physiological component, which is just like our body, right? And the way our body reacts to emotion. We have behavioral. So, this is our physical expert, like how we're physically showing the emotion, how we're expressing the emotion. Your cognitive. So, this is the interpretation of what's going on. And then we have different theories, okay? So James Lang theory of emotion. So this is what we're gonna say is imagine you're watching a movie. So you're watching the movie and then somebody is crying. Seeing that person cry is gonna have your body like release certain hormones and you're gonna have a physiological response. And then that physiological response is then going to lead to emotion. Your Cannon-Barr theory is going to say that the emotion and the physiological response happen at the exact same time. And then your Stringer theory. Now, usually I just call this like the two-step authentication because what's going to happen is you're going to see something, okay? Imagine you see a bear, okay? Your heart rate's going to start going up, and then you're going to say, "Holy shit, it's a bear." And then you're going to feel the emotion. Okay, so it's like a two-step process versus the other two, right? This is sort of like a two-step process, but this is different in the fact of you put a label on what you're looking at versus this is just a natural physiological response. And then you should know your universal emotions are going to be happiness, sadness, contempt, surprise, fear, disgust, and anger. And then stress, so stress appraisal. So first you figure out is the stress a threat, and then you need to figure out if you can handle it. So your general adaptation syndrome is you have three stages: alarm, resistance, exhaustion. And then a fun way we could remember this is if we think of school, right? So stage one, alarm, is when the time the exam is coming up. Resistance is when you're fighting back from the stress. It's like, no, we know we're gonna fail, but we need to try. We need to try at least. You're resisting it. And then exhaustion is like you tried your best, now you have no more energy, so you're tired. So some ways to manage your stress is to exercise, relax, and then support yourself. So next we're going to go into identity and personality.